What's up, y'all? On social. Hopefully everybody's doing well. I figured I would use this platform to get on here and have a conversation with you about a couple things. And I never really do these kind of videos on YouTube, but I feel like since the world is watching, it's time to, I guess, double down a little bit. So out here in Baltimore, having a fantastic time. Finished up in Richmond, you might remember that. We did dinner in Richmond, drove to DC, finished up in DC, and now we're in Baltimore. And it sounds like you guys want to hear about these experiences and not necessarily wait for the reviews, which are, I think, it's a pretty cool thing to want to do. So let's talk about two hotspots in Baltimore, and I'll tell you my experience. Now, you will see a lot of this formalized in formal reviews, but it takes a little bit of time to shoot and then edit on the level at which we shoot and edit. I love the way that we present this information to you and present this content, and perfection, or as close to it as you can get, takes a little bit of time, right? But in the meantime, I can certainly hop on platforms like this, and you and I can have a little bit of dialogue about what I thought about these restaurants. So let's talk it through. Today is Thursday. That's the day I'm recording this. I got to Baltimore yesterday, which was Wednesday. So had a chance to go to two hotspots in one day, right? Yeah. So the first one was a place called Papi Cuisine. Listen, I'm not really on TikTok. Like, I'm on TikTok. I got like over 1 million followers on TikTok, but I don't really be on TikTok like that. So I don't browse and, see like what y'all talking about on TikTok. So apparently this is like a very popular place. The guy has a pretty interesting story, and all of the people who are local, all the locals love him. Like they fucking love this guy's name is Alex. So he's got tons of support from the area, right? But from some of the comments, what I'm able to ascertain from some of the comments is that you got a subset of people who are like, it's overhyped. Like, I've went and it's just overhyped to me. And then you got a subset of people who are like, no, Darius, it's kind of amazing. So I had a chance to go check it out. Now, he was tagged so many times that it was a must that I make that one of my first stops to go to. And I will tell you a couple things that happened that really made me not like the restaurant, right? I'm just going to give you my full opinion and my experience. So when I got there, he knew we were coming, shook his hand. Alex was there. Everything was cool. We ordered lemonades, around lemonades. You'll see that on the actual review itself. By the time the lemonades came and she came to me, literally, she was over my shoulder about to, I guess, hand me the lemonade or something like that. And the whole thing failed, right? Though I had lemonade spilled all over me, all over my cell phone. It just spilled everywhere. Like, I literally had to go in the bathroom, soap it up to get all the stickiness off of me. The whole thing, right? It was just bad. And of course, she did not come back over once that happened. So we changed seats. And I think from that experience, I think he knew that it was going to go downhill from there, right? Anytime a waiter spills lemonade on a reviewer, it's like, fuck, like, I know this is not going to go well, right? All right, so let's talk about the food. Decor is beautiful. Space is beautiful. The menu is a little bit confusing, right? So if you go to this restaurant and, I'm doing this review or I'm doing this work with thinking about the, like my ideal client, my ideal customer, right? People who are my ideal follower, people who I know would appreciate X, Y, and Z. I'm doing this through the lens for you. So the first thing I do is I look at the menu and I'll try to, come up with, what do I think, this kind of place is based on the menu. Like, how cohesive is the menu? And I couldn't really figure this out, right? He had rice and peas, but no collard greens. So I'm like, is it Southern? Is it Southern inspired? Is it Asian? Is this, Italian? Is it fusion? What is this, right? And I'm gonna tell you what I thought it was. It's an Instagram restaurant, child. That's what this is. It's an Instagram restaurant. An Instagram restaurant is the kind of place that just looks good, right? Food just looks good. Food ain't got to go with nothing. This don't got to match this. This ain't got to be inspired by this. This ain't got to run parallel. It's just cute for Instagram. And that's what this is, right? The issue with Instagram restaurants is that some Instagram restaurants can be overhyped. So for example, here's one restaurant that is an Instagram restaurant, Huncho House in Hyattsville, Maryland. But I will tell you this, Huncho House is not overhyped, right? Huncho House is really what it stands for. It's an Instagram restaurant, right? But it's not overhyped. He said fusion or something like that. Well, he told me in my live stream, but that ain't fusion. But for what it's worth, it's amazing. So Papi Cuisine, hard to figure out what it is. The food's just okay. So I had a couple things. I had these like jerk wings grilled. They were okay. You get jerk wings, you get fries, you get celery, you get carrots, and you get, I guess a ranch dipping sauce in plastic ramekins. And if you're paying all this money, can we get real ramekins, not plastic ones, right? Presentation is cute. Go to my Facebook. You can see it on my Facebook and stuff like that. Presentation is cute on this, but, this is all right, taste-wise. Then I got the honey, honey Old Bay something or other, with or without garlic. I don't know what would make them do it with or without garlic. I've never seen that before on the menu, but I will tell you, the one with the garlic on it is much better than the one without the garlic. It adds a level of flavor that was delicious. The Brussels sprout, okay? And again, you can look at all this on my social media. The Brussels sprouts needed a little help. They use a little too much of that red bell pepper and that parsley garnish. It was okay. It was just sweet, and it was just like the cook wasn't proper on it. Best thing smoking on the table was their Colossal shrimp. They have a Colossal shrimp, and this shrimp this shrimp has like a sauce on it, like a remoulade kind of sauce that I thought was fantastic. So execution-wise, technical was great. One of their other biggest sellers are the crab cake egg rolls, which I love so much. Right? Those are crab cake egg rolls. And for what they're worth, the crab cake egg rolls were okay. I don't know what would make them cut them open and then fry them. That to me is so weird, Like, who cuts open the egg roll and then you cut it after you fry it, not before you fry it? But that's what they did. And it was all right. Yeah, and I think some of y'all said that. Some of y'all even said like, oh, when we first went, I went for my anniversary. It was amazing, but then I went back and it wasn't that good, yada, yada, yada. Okay? They also have a, like a seafood Alfredo is kind of what it's called, right? It's got lobster, shrimp, lobster, shrimp, and crab in the thing. It's all right. Everything ain't got to be no Alfredo. You know what I'm saying? Like, but look at okay, crab cake egg rolls, shrimp, Brussels sprouts, wings, Alfredo. Like, what cuisine is this? You know what I mean? And then the soul food stuff that we did get, soul food-esque, I guess, because he's not black. Is he black? He's Dominican. They Dominican. You know what I'm saying? Let me fix this up for y'all be in the comments. Black is Dominican, Darius. You know what I mean. What I'm saying is, same ship, different stop, right? All right. African American is not what he is. So we had mac and cheese. Those are kale greens at the top. That's how you know he's not African American. Kale greens and the crab cake. Look at the crab cake with that microgreen on top. That little Thai microgreen. That was getting on my nerves seeing that. And the mac and cheese was technically, it was like pasty. It was the kind of pasty where either the pasta went in the water before it was boiling, or it was the kind of pasty where the roux wasn't cooked out properly in the cream sauce, right? The kale greens, just all right. And then the crab cake was just okay. I had to apologize to all of New Orleans, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, for this presentation of gumbo. In the menu, it said it was like a 3-hour. You know what? I'm going to do 2 different videos. I'm not going to do Black Swan in this same video. I'm going to do Black Swan in a separate video because I got to go do another review. But anyway, this was the gumbo. It was tough. It was tough. Let me tell you why this was tough. It's because in the menu said it was a 3-hour gumbo. And I'm here for 3-hour gumbos. I like a 3-hour gumbo. Love a 3-hour gumbo. Roux, I'm sorry, 3-hour roux. I don't know what roux takes 3 hours to make. A cute 45 will get you what you need, and that's on low, But it did not taste like a 3 hour. I don't even know what a 3 hour roux tastes like, but it didn't taste like it was a roux for 3 hours. In fact, I didn't taste any of that smoky, burnt back of the throat, roux flavor in any of this at all. The bell peppers and the onions were chopped way too big. One thing I know people in New Orleans love, cut them shits small so they can kind of meld into the gumbo. That wasn't done. And it was okay. It tasted more like a tomatoey stew than a gumbo, but that's what it was. All right. Now, the red snapper. Again, and Instagram, you see what I'm saying? Gumbo, red snapper, crab cake, pasta, Alfredo. Like, you see what I'm saying when you talk about connecting the dots in terms of like a menu. And no doubt these things may be tasty to some people, but where's the theme woven behind all of this, right? There really is none. So this is the red snapper with all this parsley on top with the rice and peas, and I don't know what those beans are on the side. I think rice and beans, something like that. That might be his Dominican side coming out. But I had better beans down to the Riu, not the Riu, the Melia, at the Gabby, at Dominican Republic, on the buffet. I had better beans there. And them beans down there was amazing. Them boys know exactly what they're doing. These were just okay, right? And then the fish was fried so hard, it was overcooked. We could barely get a piece of fish off from the bone to even enjoy the snapper. So it was overcooked and then it wasn't really seasoned. And that was the problem with that. Then I also ordered this honey salmon stuffed saucy thing. Now, whoever made the potatoes, they know the Lord. The potatoes were amazing. The mashed potatoes on the bottom, them shits were outstanding. But the fish was overcooked and dry, and the stuffing was uninspired on the inside. Just lacked a level of like salt and a level of acid that it was desperately needing. So all in all, I mean, I hate to do this, but it's like a 1 out of 5 for me. I just wasn't super impressed. Even if, the lemonade had not fallen on me, I still would have judged the restaurant properly. Like, I feel like I still gave it a fair review. Some people are going to watch this and go, oh, you're a hater. Okay, well, maybe I'm hating, but the fish is dry. Maybe I'm hating, but the beans and rice weren't that good. Maybe I'm hating, but you can't tell me the crab cake egg rolls were absolutely outstanding, because those were not, right? Maybe I'm hating, but do I really want jerk wings and fries as an appetizer? You know what I'm saying? So you can call me hating all you want to, but you can't deny the fact that this is what was sort of served in front of me. So, all in all, Papi Cuisine to me was just okay. You will see a full review where we sort of go through a lot of that. I think I even gave him like a 2 out of 5 on the review or something like that. But it needs to be downgraded now that I thought about it. I don't remember what I said because it was yesterday in a flurry of activity and everything that was going on. But it just was okay for me. If I could be honest, it desperately needed help. I don't know if it was rushed. It was the beginning of the day. We got there probably, they opened up at 11. We got there maybe 11:10, 11:15. By the time we got ready to leave, the restaurant was, it was a nice, cute little lunch crowd going on. So, I take into consideration, maybe they just opened, maybe they just started, who knows? But it just was okay for me. It just was okay. Like I said, there's restaurants that you go, is this a hype? Does this restaurant, is this really one of those ones where it's all hyped up? For me, it kind of was, all right? So stay tuned. The next video I will drop for you will be that for Black Swan. Everybody's waiting to hear about Black Swan, so I'll give you Black Swan. And then I'm about to head out right now and do a few more reviews where we are. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. All right. Baltimore, here we go.